what did you do in high school that really helped you in college and beyond? And like without going into specifics as to what exactly I did, some of the two things I'd really suggest people who really want to be successful are to be focused on your goals, is to make sure you just have goals and you make sure you're always working towards them, because that's really important. If you don't have a direction or something you want to work towards, you're not going to know what to do, and you're not going to know what's going to be beneficial towards your well-being and your general success. And the other thing I think is really, really important is being self-motivated, because as students, your parents can't make you be successful, right? You have to want to be successful on your own, because at a certain point, once you leave high school, your parents aren't really going to be there for you as much anymore. So it's really important to be able to be self-motivated, to have things you want to do, and be able to do them yourselves with the help of your parents. The second question was, oh, maybe I should slow down. What you wish you did or were taught during high school. Two things. The first was I wish I tried more things. There are a lot of opportunities, especially when you're young, you're in school, and there are a lot of clubs and extracurriculars you can do outside of school, especially in Silicon Valley. There's a lot of things you can do, and I think it's really important to try to look at all of those things and see what you like and what's important to you. Next is to kind of stop caring about what other people will think of you, because you shouldn't let what other people think try to hold you back, because regardless of what you do, some people are going to like what you do, and some people aren't going to like what you do. And you can't really do anything about that. That's not under your control. But what you can control is doing what you like to do, and usually when you do that, people will end up respecting you for it. The third is strengths and weaknesses of a Chinese family and advice to students and their parents. Well, let's talk about some of the benefits. The biggest benefit of being in a Chinese family is that your parents sacrifice everything so that you can do what you want to do, and you can live in a place as great as this and have all the opportunities you have. And so your parents are always going to support you, and a lot of the times they're financially able to support what you want to do, and you should take advantage of that. Because your parents will kind of try to take advantage of them as much as you can without them getting mad at you. But you have some really smart parents, and they're really good for advice. So you can go to them if you have something serious you need to talk about. They're really good for that. And they're always going to support you no matter what you do. Now, one of the drawbacks is that Chinese parents are kind of protective and conservative. So it's students' jobs to try to push their boundaries and make them see that, in the United States, people have a lot more freedom to do what they want to do. And now that they've brought you to such a great place, you should be able to take advantage of those opportunities. So I think, in general, advice for students would be to listen to your parents a little bit more. You don't always have to have to follow their exact order, but at least listen to them, because they usually have something good to say. And the same advice goes to the parents, because your kids are really smart, and so maybe listen to your kids every once in a while, because they really know what's going on in society and how American culture works, and so they understand a lot too. So just listen to each other. And the last question is time management advice. I have a sister. She's just graduating from middle school, and she learned this already, which is don't procrastinate. But she easily admits that she procrastinates constantly. So I guess one thing to keep in mind is that you want to try to make your time as useful as possible, in the sense that don't waste your time. Having fun is considered a use of time, but don't use your time in a way that you won't be productive with. So having fun's okay, but don't just sit around because you have nothing to do. That's kind of a waste of time. So always try to be doing something active. And yeah, that's what I've got.